We're going to answer once and for all the question that's been keeping you up at night.
Which Canadian mattress-in-a-box performs the best? Endy?
Or Douglas? We tested them both to find out. On the surface, both the Douglas and the Endy seem to have a lot in common.
Well, they're both Canadian mattresses. They both come in a box, and they both got the 3 layers of foam.
But even before we get to the testing, we can already see some differences between the two.
Take the price tag, for example. The Douglas goes for $749 for a queen, as opposed to the Endy that goes for about $150 more, $895.
And then the sleep trial. Both companies offer an at-home trial. Endy is 100 nights, but the Douglas is 120 nights.
And don't forget the warranty. Endy guarantees you for 10 years. Then there's Douglas, 15 years.
So already we can see that Douglas takes the lead based on the lower price, the longer in-home trial, and warranty.
So both the Endy and the Douglas are made of 3 foam layers, and both companies say their mattress is great for hot sleepers.
Douglas has cooling gel foam on top, and Endy has open cell polyurethane foam on top. Peel away the machine washable cover on either mattress, and you can see that the top layer on both are blue.
Blue. Cooling. Makes sense.
Next, we're going to get into what you're probably wondering about the most, comfort.
But comfort is subjective, so how does one really measure it?
Well, we broke down comfort into subcategories we could actually measure, starting with
Sinkage. I'm good. We placed a 35-pound kettlebell in the middle of each mattress to see just how far the weight would sink in. Typically, for medium firm or higher on the firmness scale, we'll see 3.5 inches of sinkage or less. For medium soft or softer, we'll see 4.5 inches of sinkage or more.
Okay, so it looks like the kettlebell sank at 3.5 inches into the Douglas, which makes it medium firm.
The Endy, on the other hand, didn't have quite as much give. The kettlebell only sank into the foam at just under 3 inches, which still makes it medium firm.
So what does this all mean? It means that both the Endy and Douglas are medium firm, but the Douglas is slightly softer. So if you're a side sleeper, you might like the extra cushioning from the Douglas mattress, since it takes away pressure from your shoulders and hips.
And if you're a stomach sleeper, well, you might just enjoy the extra structure that the Endy can provide.
Because most humans don't have the weight or shape of a kettlebell, we need to look at a couple more metrics here to gauge comfort.
Another such metric that can really affect your sleep is weight distribution, or how evenly the mattress can support your body weight.
If you ever wake up with aches and pains, it may be because of built-up pressure on certain parts of your body. We stuck raw eggs to Ryland's back and shoulders to see how evenly the Douglas distributes weight. If there are any pressure points under large amounts of stress, those eggs will break. So in preparation of our next test, we've wrapped up our mattresses in plastic just in case things get a little messy. All right, let's get cracking. All your weight on it?
Nothing between me and the mattress. Well, besides a bunch of eggs, of course.
No breaks. All right, go ahead and lay down. How's it feel?
Like I'm laying on a bunch of eggs.
All right, well, you can go ahead and get up. We'll see what happened. No breaks. And just so the folks at home know these are real,
So in the end, no broken eggs. And that means no pressure points on the Douglas or the Endy.
so far, the Douglas has a slight edge on the Endy. I'm talking details from before it's out of the box. Price, sleep trial, and warranty. They're close in comfort, with the Douglas being slightly softer.
And we did just put them through the test of weight distribution and sinkage. So now it's time to try putting them both together. You see, a good mattress should sink in all the right areas. That way it can properly distribute our weight and retain the normal curvature of our spine. That keeps us free from all those aches and pains in the morning.
Rylan is going to test spinal support with his jumpsuit that is very aerodynamic, but it has to be snug for the markers to stay aligned with his spine so we can easily see what's happening when he lays down. How's it feel?
Surprisingly comfortable.
Does your spine feel straight?
Well, it certainly feels that way. How does it look?
Pretty straight.
So, what'd you see?
Well, both the Douglas and the Endy performed well in spinal support. Your spine stayed perfectly aligned with no abnormal curving. Legend has it that foam mattresses have poor edge support, that they'll crumble at the edges when you put pressure on the sides.
But with advances in mattress technology, that's a thing of the past.
We're going to do a blind test to see how close to the edge we can get without falling off. Rylan lied down on both mattresses and slowly shimmied towards the edge until he rolled completely off. We put a mattress down to cushion his fall when he did go over the edge. How's it feel?
So far, so good.
Get close.
Small shimmies. You sure that mattress pad is there?
Yeah, it'll catch you.
Okay.
See, I told you.
Feels nice.
Let's see how the Endy does. Mini shimmies, we are ready to go. Can you feel anything yet?
Not yet.
Okay. Whoa! Okay, Rylan, which mattress do you think gave you the most runway before you rolled off the edge?
I want to say the Endy, but I don't know. Maybe it's the extra firmness or maybe even the sensory deprivation because of the blindfold that makes me think that.
Well, with the Endy, you rolled off at about 4 inches from the edge. And with the Douglas, you got to about 4 inches from the edge.
Okay, so the Douglas and Endy both fare quite similar then.
It is worth mentioning, though, that it's very unlikely that anyone would roll out of any bed ever, really.
True, but for those of us that like to sit at the end of our bed in the morning, well, edge support can make all the difference.
So in conclusion, Douglas and Endy tie this one. All right, time for our final test.
Another big selling point for both these mattresses is what the companies call motion isolation. Basically, the mattress's ability to absorb vibrations and movement coming from the other side of the mattress.
Both companies say you won't feel a thing when your partner moves around the other side of the mattress. Douglas says it's their bottom and thickest layer that provides motion isolation. In the Endy, it's the thinner middle layer, but both have a dedicated layer meant to shield you from your partner's tossing and turning.
To test for motion isolation, we're going to set up a block tower on both mattresses. And Sahaj is going to press firmly onto the mattress, measuring just how close she can get to the tower before it falls over. The ideal here is that the tower should not crumble until she is literally upon it. Well, so far, so good. Noticing some sinkage there.
How close did I get?
The tower stayed intact until you were literally right next to it, so 2 inches?
Wow, I knew foam mattresses had a good reputation for motion isolation, but that's just unreal. And now, on to the Endy. Let's see how this goes.
Not noticing any noticeable sinkage.
Pretty impressive so far. Oh, whoa.
Here we go.
So, how close was that?
Well, that was pretty close too. You were about 2.5 inches before the tower collapsed.
The Douglas came out on top. It provided the better motion isolation between the two. So if you're sharing your bed with a partner or pet, the Douglas will make sure you stay sound asleep no matter how much they move. Honestly, the Douglas and Endy were neck and neck in a lot of our tests. In the firmness test, we saw that the Douglas is a great mattress for side sleepers and back sleepers. Stomach sleepers might prefer the slightly firmer Endy.
Motion isolation was really impressive for both these mattresses. In our test, the Douglas only slightly outperformed the Endy.
Both are really comfortable and well-made foam mattresses.
When you consider Douglas has packed all of this into a mattress that costs only $749 for a queen, when compared to the Endy's $895, The Douglas definitely gets an edge.
Yep, that and the longer sleep trial at 120 nights to Endy's 100 and a 15-year warranty for Douglas instead of Endy's 10.
I think that officially seals the deal. The winner of the Canadian Mattress-in-a-Box matchup is the Douglas.
You're just not going to find anything else out there this good in this price range. If you're looking for a foam mattress that sleeps great, is cool in your side or back sleeper, definitely check out the Douglas. For more mattress shopping tips and in-depth tested reviews, click on the link below.
I'm Rylan.
And I'm Sahaj, testing mattresses so you don't have to.
See you next time.